I did a backflip when I wrote that lyric.
Like an actual backflip?
No, but like in my head, I was doing backflips. I was like, holy shit, I just wrote the craziest lyric that I could have possibly made.
Hi, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That's Stan. We welcome to the studio back again. Huddy.
Yeah. Huddy.
So,
hey, guys.
Why are you in a healthier place today than before?
A lot with life, a lot of growing up. I owe a lot of it to my girlfriend and just taking the time to, rekindle myself and just grow from the past and like accepting things. And then not only that, but just like getting back into like what I know how to do best, which is just making music and like writing stuff about my life. I think that's the best thing for me. Is to just stay in that studio, like stay spending time with friends and just making sure that I'm having real relationships in my life and real friendships and, staying close to my family. I got a new puppy and that like changed my whole life.
Puppies do add meaning.
Yeah, I had one dog and it seemed like he was a little lonely and like always wanted to play. And like now I have a second dog and so like up 7 a.m. every day. Just what are we doing? The dog's crying. I'm just like, all right, take her out. And then like start a system of like all these things that you need to do to take care of 2 dogs instead of 1. It's a lot harder and it feels like I have children now.
You do?
Yeah, I really do.
They count on you.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that the past relationships that existed in your life were unhealthy, holding you back? How would you categorize them?
No, I mean, all the relationships I've had in my life have been what they were, but I think like with this relationship I am in now, I think I'm just a stronger person. I feel like we take on life together. I mean, we live together. And making that decision was also a really great decision for me because I need someone in my life that I can combat life with and, be there for each other at all times. And I think part of it's maturing, but I had a lot of like, I don't know, just like feelings I kind of kept to myself for a long time. And I feel like very comfortable with telling my girlfriend how I feel. And we just like share so much of our life together. So there's like no bullshit, like all the bullshit's cut because you don't get to spend a second to yourself. You know what I mean? When you live with someone, you feel everything in a real way and you have to talk through it. And so I think it took for me to like take that step of moving in with my girlfriend for me to feel those things and like really, because like if you were like, say you were dating someone, but you weren't living with them, when you spend time without them, that's when you're starting to think to yourself about like all the issues going on with your life. Whereas like you're in it at all times when you live with the person and you can talk to them about it because you have nowhere else to run. If anything, I'm going outside and I'll like call my mom and I'll be upset about something, but then I go back inside and then I'm like, fuck. So I really feel this way. And like, just really talking through things with her has helped me become a better person, You
really can't run from your feelings when you live with someone.
No, not at all. And so you really think about them a lot more because I'm just like an introvert in a way that I keep everything bottled up and like held down. But now I feel like, she just texted me right now. She sent me a picture of our dogs. But yeah, man, it's just a really real relationship and I don't know, it's so authentic and just perfect,
How'd you meet?
We met on Halloween night and how I knew that it was perfect was because I was wearing a Beetlejuice costume and she still looked me in my eyes and said, I remember when we met for 15 minutes like a few months ago and like I've known it was you. I knew there was a spark there, but I wanted to like see you again and like we really just chopped it up and like had a spark on Halloween. And I was like in the moment in that conversation with her, and then I took a step back and I realized I was wearing a fucking Beetlejuice costume and I had green hair and moss on my face and stuff like that. I'm like, and we're connecting right now, and she knows what I look like underneath all of this, and it made me like feel like it was so surreal because I just realized how stupid I looked, and like how real she kept it with me just made me know that there was a real connection there.
So you had met before Halloween night, but then you re-met on Halloween?
Yeah, so we met for a few minutes when I had a 4th of July party, and I was just being a dork. I was just showing her like my snakes in my room and just stuff like that because I had like a big 1-story house, and I don't know. I always run away when I had parties, and I would just go to my room and like hang out with my dog and stuff like that, and like have like a few of my friends in the room. And my best friend's ex-girlfriend is my girlfriend's best friend, and she introduced us, and she's the one that like really saw that there was a spark between us. And yeah, no, I owe her a lot for introducing us.
Wild.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say this is the first time you've been in love?
This is like, I think this is the first time I've been in love, like for real, like been fully 100% and in no questions asked.
What makes this relationship different than other relationships?
I think just the authenticity of how well and organic that it worked out. I think we both gave each other that space. We didn't rush into anything. We both knew that there was something there, and we wanted to make sure that we were safeguarding our heart as we were getting to know each other. We spent like 6 months just getting to know each other and just hanging out and like doing little things together. And I think by building a relationship from the ground up before you like ask somebody like, will you be my girlfriend, was something that was really healthy for us. And I think taking that time is what made all the difference in the world.
How soon did you guys move in with each other?
We moved in after about 6 months of dating.
That's good.
It's pretty fast, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you were one day.
I knew my boyfriend for like 8 to 6
You moved
days.
in with your boyfriend in one day?
No, maybe 6.
6 days.
Yeah.
See, hey, move in with me, girl. Like, what's up? Yeah, so it took us a while, but then I lived with a few of my roommates, and then the next house I lived with one of my roommates, and I hated the house, and I wanted to move into a new place, and we were already just so in it together. We were spending like at least 6 days of the week. She's like, I have to go like home and see my family sometimes, right? I'm like, oh yeah, like you can go do that, like you whenever you want, like okay. And then it ended up being a thing where I would go and see her family with her, and I became friends with her dog, and her sister lives next door with 3 kids, and then the kids just really loved me and look up to me, and so she got to see how I was with other kids, and then they became like huge fans of my music, which is like all I could ask for and more. Like they're more hyped about my release than like anyone. It's actually so like cute to me because having that relationship with her niece and nephew is just everything and more to me.
It's really special.
Right?
It's giving family.
It is. No, and she like grew up in Manhattan Beach, has this really nice, sweet family, and they do everything together. And like if there's something going on that they think that Kiara can like make it out there for.
Love makes its way into this music though, right? Like
Always.
I mean, obviously outside of the fact that it's called Love Bites, but like it's woven throughout the thing.
Right. Yeah, it's completely woven throughout the whole EP. It's supposed to be what love is, just told into 4 different like chapters of a relationship, and giving you just some different insight and some different wordplay and some different, sounds from me. I wanted to try new things, and it took my time, and I feel like I really accomplished that.
What does it mean to take time? Like how long did these 4 songs take?
These 4 songs took about 7 months. I finished them last year, but doing the preparation work for putting out the EP took a really long time. And we felt like coming back in the beginning of the year is a really strong way to like put your foot down. And so we were trying to kind of put it all together before the end of last year, but then that didn't make sense. So we kind of held on to it for a little bit longer. And we're like, yeah, let's start in February and then kind of make our way and put it out in April. And we ended up putting out the EP on my birthday. So it's going to be dropping in a week from today.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
How many songs do you cut before you get to 4? Or did you just record 4?
I've recorded so much music in the last couple of years. This is honestly, and I love Love Bites. This is a warm up. This is just me like getting the oven started and just showing people that there's a lot more to me than people realize, that I don't like to stay in one place with music or in life. Like I want to make as much music as possible, try as many new things as possible, and just show people that there is different variations of Huddy.
Hello, beautiful human. Every year, millions of gamers experience IGSS, inadequate gaming setup syndrome. Luckily, a cure has been found. You have to go beyond with the Vibrasonic mattress by Beyond Sleep. This thing has 6 built-in subwoofers, USB ports for charging, LED lights so you never stub your toe. It gives you an acoustic massage when you want it, plus adjustable degrees of comfort. This right here is the best way to game ever. Cure your IGSS today at BeyondSleepTech.com. Do you ever wonder what the public thinks of you, or like what their perception is of you?
Yeah, I do all the time because I have no fucking clue. Like, I can't tell if they love me, if they hate me, if they're like, this guy's a little weird, this guy dresses weird. I have no clue, and I never will. Like, the only thing I really get is like an honest in-person reaction, because either they laugh or they like are really genuinely freaked out. Like, they're like, holy shit, like, you're a real person. Like, and it blows my mind.
I'm just like interested in terms of like, you do fashion, you make rock music, like, and maybe there is no real public perception of you because you're kind of shaping it as you go, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's just more based on your aesthetic and the very, I mean, like, because you give people glimpses of your life, like people know, but they don't fully know, you know? And the general population only is getting this like more aesthetic idea of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I like to be pretty polished, and I'm also my biggest gatekeeper in a way that people should know all about me, but I'm also scared because of the shit that I have gone through. Like, I spent years going and trying to make people understand my personality, and then I kind of got shamed for it. You know, people thought I was cringe or weird or this or that, and then, I mean, I look back now and keep in mind, I agree. Like, there's a lot of shit in there that I'm like, holy fuck, I can't even believe I posted that.
Like what?
Anything from anything before 2021, like anything I posted on TikTok, I can't even look at, and people just repost it for fun, and I'm like, oh my god. And when I see it across my For You page, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe people saw this.
Yeah, but without that, you probably wouldn't be where you are
Exactly.
right now.
No, I know. Like, I'll say I had to do what, you know, I had to be done to make it to where I am today, and I you know, you have to look at it with a little bit of grace and be like, all right, you know, you did what you did, but that was also what it was at the time. And I just kind of evolved with the app and with myself, and like try to keep it a buck, but at the same time, people just don't know me on a deeper level. And I'm not sure if that's me protecting myself too much, or if that's just me not wanting to share my personality as much with everyone anymore. You know, I like to give people doses, and you know, just make sure that I like just keep my heart safe, and feel like if you put too much of yourself out there, like, people have ridiculed me for my personality, and like, I don't know, so it's made me like more scared to do like talking videos or like going on live, stuff like that. But yeah, I like to keep it short and sweet.
But maybe there's something to that, especially when you're releasing music. You can speak through your music.
Exactly. I think music's the best way that I can express myself, and I really leave it all on the table when it comes to music, and you can really tell my personality through it. And, you know, yeah, I think more people have to like see interviews like this to really understand me more, because there's so much more to me than just the music. And yeah, no, I don't share too much though. Like, I really try to give it my all in that place alone.
But it's also a place that you kind of, I mean, is it fair to say that your plan was always music, or did you really kind of fall into it by chance?
I would say there's a little bit of both, because when I lived in Stockton, music wasn't even a question because I never knew how to make it. I never knew how to have access to people that were producers or writers or anything to do with music in general. And as I found my way into LA, I knew that I wanted to make music. I just didn't know how. And I always thought it was just like this foreign thing that like you just couldn't get your hands on. Like I always thought it was something that like I don't even know how to put it because there was just not many like people in Northern California that made music. I didn't really know how to have access to it. And so when I got to LA, I wanted to figure it out and I wanted to find a way to make music because I knew I had it in me. I just never knew how to go through with the process. And when I started to figure out how I can have access to these people, I just went full force. And as soon as I did my first studio session, it was from 1 to like 30 sessions, all within like 2 months. And yeah, I just hit the ground running as soon as I figured out how to make music, honestly.
But it means something different today than before, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, there's so much more evolution in the music. Just over time, I feel like I'm growing into it and I'm maturing and I'm saying a lot more real things and I'm going at more real topics. And not that my first album wasn't real because it was very real to me, but I think it's getting more and more real. And I'm seeing what I can do, how I can stretch my vocals, I'm trying to figure out how to scream. I'm trying to figure out how to hit the falsettos that I was afraid to do in the first album. You know, I'm trying to do it all now.
Real rock.
Real rock.
Confidence and comfort breeds all this, no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and honestly, you can already like start to tell that it's getting more and more confident as we go. And yeah, there's just like something that just comes out of me when I work and when I sing in the studio. Because I'll be like kind of mumbling it as I'm like in the room writing it. And like they're like, okay, cool. We don't know how this is going to sound because I'm just like afraid to sing in front of people. But when I'm in front of a mic and I get the chance to really listen to myself in the headphones, I lock in. I become a different person.
Are you like recording in, like, are you looking at anything? Is it black? Like, what do you, like, what's around? Because I know like people like will record in like total black, like dark rooms.
Oh, yes. I record in total darkness. I don't like there being light because I think it's too distracting.
Yeah.
And I just like, I go in there, I bring a water and bring my phone. And I like it dark though. It like when it's too bright, you know, I like to close my eyes too. Like just being able to just tap in with yourself and the only thing that you can think about is what you are doing. I think that's the best way to get it done because it's hard to not think about those things when you're in the moment making music. You have to really put some focus into it. Otherwise, you're not going to get the product that you want. And so, yeah, it's true. I do make music in the dark. It's funny that you said that.
It's really common and it like cuts out senses.
Really?
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
Cool. I fuck with that. See, I'm right there with you guys.
It's working. It's working.
It is.
I know you're probably interested in this, but you are trying to master scream singing?
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how to scream a little bit more and more. The thing is it's so tough to do live that I'm making sure there's like special moments for it and everything. And I've been making more friends with like the heavier like punk artists just to try to like learn from them as well. I'm really close with this band called Palais Royale. And they're really good. We just made a song about like 6 months ago, and it's the coolest song I've fucking made. It's just like straight, heavy, like mysterious. The lyrics are fucking all over the place, and like in that studio session, they taught me how to scream. And ever since then, I'm just like, I love it. Like I want to try this. I want to try this on everything. And so I've been trying a little bit more. Not that it's like so crazy, but it is fun. I will say, you just got to send it. I remember Jaden told me when we were doing Downfalls High, he's just like, you just got to scream. Just go in there and scream a couple times, see what happens. And I was like,
there
you know,
is an art to scream singing, though. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between screaming and then like Corey Taylor screams, right? From Slipknot?
Yeah. He screams. Like Oliver Sykes is like a real screamer from Bring Me the Horizon. Like that takes talent.
That's fucking talent. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know. He's brilliant. I love Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just want to work with more and more rock artists because I think like just taking those little bits of learning stuff from them really goes a long way. Also, I can't say who, but I just worked with my favorite artist, and that man screams like nothing I've ever heard before. It's fucking insane.
Who could that be?
Can you guess who?
I'm trying to think.
You're trying to think?
I don't know. Can you give us a clue?
Can I give you a clue? Shit, I can't give you a clue without giving it away. He was really big in the 2010s, and he's even bigger now.
Man,
And he screams.
Like crazy.
really big in the 2010s.
For me, he's the pop punk hero. Like he is the fucking GOAT.
I feel like when people are bailing out of pop punk, you're sticking with it, eh?
Yeah, I'm trying to like figure out more how much more alternative I can make it because I really want to make like rock music.
You just
at the end of the day.
stay consistent with it because everybody's bailed on it. Look at
know.
everybody who thought they were pop punk rock stars, and now where the fuck are they? Making pop records or rap records or, by the way, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's such a heart to punk music and the stuff that you can say in it, and like just the extensions that you can go. Because I'm trying some new stuff in punk, but I've been really trying to make more rock music because I love the heavy shit. I love how slow and heavy it is at the same time, and there's just so much more you can do with a guitar and some drums. Without it, it's so much more tough. I've made maybe 2 or 3 pop songs. Hate doing it.
But some of the songs on this EP do lean a little pop. Would
They
you agree
do.
with
Yeah,
that?
but song structure could be pop, but the sonics could be punk rock or rock.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a pocket in pop music that I love to make, which is kind of like electronic dance rock pop, and that's what Love Bites is.
Yeah, that reminded me of like Cobra Starship or something.
I tried so hard to think of something that it reminded me of, and I was like, fuck, it reminds me of nothing. And that's why I love it, because it stands out in such a like unique way that I've never written any song before, and I'm trying to make more music like it. But it's such a crazy pocket of different things together. It's synths. It's like there's a little bit of EDM in there. There's a little bit of rock in the straight beat. It's taken from old disco music. There's a little bit of like the newer kind of how they make disco pop nowadays in there as well. And then there's the lyrical twist on how I kind of turn every song. Is just I like to add a little bit of like my own like swagger and edge to it.
Yeah, are we talking about hickeys or like Love Bites? Like it's
Both.
Okay,
It's kind of a thing where it's like almost a double entendre or a triple entendre where Love Bites in the way that love should be sweet but also intense, you know? And it's also in the sense where it's a hickey, and it's also in the sense where love can bite you in the ass if you let it. And, you know, I think the intensity of just like the title itself it really like brought me into it. I was like, love can bite, you know? Love can really bite you, but it can be in a good way too, you know? If someone leaves a hickey on you, you'll remember that. And if someone leaves a mark on you, you'll remember that. And if someone's loving you with their full intensity and really giving you their all and leaving nothing out, like nothing else, I think that's something that really stands out in a relationship. You got to give it your all. You got to pour your love into somebody, and it can bite you in the ass. You know, there'll be tough days, but you're gonna have even better days.
And on Love Bites, you said you can make her do what twice?
I make her come twice. Like make her come over to my house once
Two
or twice.
times.
Yeah, two
Okay,
times.
Got it. What's it like writing lyrics like that? Because I feel like when your first album came out, you would never put that in a lyric. In a
Oh
song.
no, I wouldn't. I did a backflip when I wrote that lyric.
Like an actual backflip?
No, but like in my head, I was doing backflips. I was like, holy shit, I just wrote the craziest lyric that I could have possibly made. And after I made that song, I remember my team telling me, I really love the song, but I think you should change this lyric. And I said, that's it. That's the lyric right there. This is what's going to take people by surprise.
Because they asked you to change it? That's how you knew?
Yeah, that's how I knew it was the one.
Makes sense. That's rock and roll.
That is rock and roll. You got to be able to say one or two crazy things every once in a while. Otherwise, you're keeping it PG.
It's true.
You know, that's about maturing. You know, you keep it a buck with these people, and people will respect you for it. Am I wrong?
I mean,
No, I mean, I listened to the song, and that's the line that stuck out to me.
There you go.
So, thank God you kept it in.
Yeah. I wanted to give people a little bit of that vulgar, honest edge, because who am I to leave things out of a song that actually happened?
Hell yeah.
oh, man. I have so many things to say.
I'm sweating.
By the way, you can listen to the EP Love Bites. It's on Amazon Music. We're going to put a link below for you. It's nice to hang out with a fellow Taurus. You give Taurus energy, eh?
Yeah, I am as Taurus as they come, and I'm also a Cancer rising. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, so there's that emotional side to me that's unavoidable, and then there's the Taurus energy in me that's very stubborn and likes to make sure I'm getting things done and that I'm competitive. All of the like competitive nature that's in me and like the drive comes from being a Taurus.
It's crazy you're only 21.
I know. I'm
That's
21.
so weird.
That's not
22.
weird.
He's
I'm
almost
22 next week, okay? I'm getting older, guys. You know, but turning 21 was a big turning page for me because I always wanted to be 21 and I never had the balls to get a fake ID. So I would go to clubs and I would just be like, yeah, I'm 19 and it worked every time.
What?
Really?
Every time. I never got turned down. Only once when I was at my sister's college and I used my brother-in-law's ID. They're like, I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not gonna fight this battle.
How old's your girlfriend?
My girlfriend's 25.
Got it.
Yeah, she's a baller. She's got her head in her shoulders. She knows what she wants. She's lived life, and she's just a real honest trooper. At the end of the day, like she knows what she wants. She keeps it real with me, and like because of that, I owe her so much because she teaches me a lot and she inspires me. She's just beautiful, and every day, like we'll be going to the gym and she's wearing a cool outfit. We'll go to lunch and she switches the outfit again, and I'm like, dude, should I change? Like she's always on it. She's on 10. Always. And I love that so much about her. And she's always like, she's so quick with her friends too. She's always up to date on what's going on. She's, I don't know, she's like 10 steps ahead of everyone. And so for that, I love her so much, you know? And when something happens, she'll be able to like have foresight over everything. If like someone wrongs her, she'll know. She'll be like, I noticed you did that thing at, like I noticed this person did that thing when we went out last night. I thought that was really weird. Like, and then like 2 weeks later, you just find out that person's a terrible person online. And you're like, what? How do you call these things? She's just really intuitive and smart, and I learned so much from her through that.
You're in love.
Yeah. No, I know her. I can read her really well, and she can read me really well. I'm in love, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very special.
It's very special. How's your love life, Zach?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good?
Yeah,
How's
it's
it
not
going?
bad. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, I'm in love.
You're in
Very
love?
similar. I do very much understand what you're saying, and I do understand like when you're talking about living with somebody and how you have to kind of merge lives, and it's all woven into
Yeah.
one. And yeah, it's really interesting.
No, it really is. You guys do anything fun? You guys been to Disneyland together and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We've gone to Disneyland.
Hell yeah.
We've gone to Paris together.
Woo.
We're gonna go to London.
There you go.
You know, we went to Australia.
Oh, that's how you do it, man.
Go to New York sometimes. We do things.
There you go.
How long have you guys been together?
We've been together for a year and 3 months next week.
Sick.
Yeah, so I mean, we travel a lot together too. Like we're just two peas in a pod, man.
Look at you, year and change. That's
I
good.
really am, man.
I'm at 8 months, 9 months.
Really? It's not even a year yet?
No,
I guess not.
it just feels like a year because I talk about it all the time.
Yeah. Feels like it's been 10 years.
Mugshot, the first record. Why does it start with Mugshot? Well, I guess it's like she's realizing she's in love with this person in a mugshot.
Yeah, it's like it kind of starts in chapter 2 of a relationship where she starts to realize that she's falling in love with this bad boy who's on the edge. I think Love Bites is like the introduction of what the relationship is, and it starts on night 1, and then I guess Mugshot is really chapter 2, but we wanted to come with it first because 1, it's what people know from me. It's pop punk, but it's also got a little bit of rock flair to it, so it's a little bit something new. The solo is really cool, just like all around catchy song, but it really captured the idea that of like where the music was heading and the direction that it was going in. I would say my album's a little bit more about I just said my album. I didn't say that.
EP. Oh, you have an album coming?
No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. So I would say like the direction that my new music is going in is more Mugshot. Yeah, I didn't say that. Don't listen to me, guys.
Don't listen to him, but listen to his music. It's waiting for you. Amazon
Yeah.
Music. What are you thinking?
Do you ever miss anything about the TikTok Hype House days?
No, not really at all. I honestly think I treasure my peace more, and I think there was probably something intense going on just about every day that Hype House was a thing. And I had really strong friendships with everybody. It just seemed like we were all competing with each other in a sense. And when I wanted to make music, when I wanted to really step into that space, and I needed them to be like my friends and supporting me the most, when I moved out of the Hype House, I didn't have them there for me, and that really upset me. You know, it stuck with me. They made it the whole joke of the reality show is how I am like leaving the Hype House and becoming a musician, and how it's this bad thing. And I don't know, it left a sour taste in my mouth that they were not in support of me switching my career paths, but were in support of everyone else doing their own thing now. But when it was me, that they just didn't appreciate it. And yeah, no, you can kind of tell that all the people that I had real friendships there with it's just kind of grown apart because of me making that decision for myself.
But are any of them of any relevance or doing anything?
I have no idea.
It
Because
looked like a giant scam.
I know.
And did you make any money?
0.
Yeah, like it just looked like an older guy taking blatant advantage of a bunch of younger people who had looks and talent that he didn't have. And like, it was weird. The whole thing's fucking weird. And the guy shows up on my feed from time to time going, I'm selling my house. Fuck you, man. It's the same guy, right?
Yeah. No.
And by the way, I think I've been in the same room as that person, I think, but someone told me I may have met him one time.
I'm sure you've met him out and about before.
Whatever. Looks like it gives energy. You know
I
what I mean?
just can't believe there's a whole new cast of characters now.
Yeah.
People are falling for it still?
I mean,
No way.
I actually have no idea. But I mean, people did. When they moved into the house, they had like Vinny move in and Jacob Day, and like they started
then they all
bringing in new
left.
people in, and then people kept leaving. But what was really weird is they moved from West Hollywood to buy a house in Moore Park, an hour outside of LA. And so I had to make a conscious decision when everyone in my life was telling me, fuck no, don't move an hour away from LA. You're making music now. You have to be by the studio. You're going every day.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, let me try to meet them halfway. So I moved to Encino, and they were still upset about it. I'm like, dude, I am 30 minutes now from you and 30 minutes from my studio. That makes me happy. But then after I moved in, they just were just salty that I was spending more time doing music than putting my time into making brand deals for the Hype House. And like they were just like, yeah, we'll cover your rent if you make like 4 bang promos for us. We said, fuck no. And so we never did one. And obviously we would never, because at the end of the day, they weren't gonna cover our rent. They were gonna save all of the bang stuff and cover their rent. And I mean, at the end of the day, they were just like, we're just gonna put our money into like what we already have going on at this house. And I'm like, well, they just made a crazy decision to like drop all this money that they just started making on a house. And like, yeah, no, it was a scam at the end of the day. Like we had the stuff in Target. We had Hype House merch in Target. Didn't make a buck from that. Didn't make a buck from the merch. And we each had our separate codes for like if you wanted to like support a certain creator. Never made a buck from that. Like anything to do with Hype House, like you could probably profit off of the videos that we made. You know what I mean? They get views.
AdSense, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so is Vinny and all of them still a part of it?
No, everyone's pretty much gone. I haven't really seen much of it recently, but you know.
I've seen him on my page being like, I'm still in my house. This is my $1 trillion house. That's, by the way, horrendously ugly. Like, God, you either have such a small penis or like really have really, really, really bad childhood trauma. So bad.
A little bit of both, you know?
So bad.
Everything you're saying is the same stuff Alex was saying when he was here a while ago.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, I love Alex, right?
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, when we see each other, it's fucking all good and dandy, you know? We, like, still share ideas with each other, still talk on the phone every now and then. We still, like, when we see each other, when we're out, like, we'll catch up, and it's civil, but I think I'm friends with like maybe 5 people from the Hype House: Rylan Storms, Nick Austin, Alex Cover, and yeah, that's about it. That's 4. Yeah, that's about it.
Can you describe what it means to be a Dior brand ambassador? I always see motherfuckers
Oh my gosh.
out there in being an ambassador. I don't know what the verb version of that is. Embassying?
No, an ambassador.
An
You got
ambassador.
it.
No, but like, what does an ambassador do? There's like a verb of like.
They embass it.
Anyway.
You rep a brand, and by being an ambassador, they give you a check they don't give anyone else.
A check?
You get cut a check. Yeah, paperwork, DocuSign.
Wow.
You have like a list of deliverables, whereas most people, it's kind of like one-offs and like, hey, can you come to our show? And there's a lot of lists. There's a long list of the people you can't work with. And I'm fine with that, because at the end of the day, like, I grew up, Christian Dior was the coolest brand to me, and always just knew how to get it done, knew what was classic, and I've always thought it was sick. And so now being able to work with them after a long time.
How long has it been? Like, how long have you been an ambassador?
I've been an ambassador for about 4 years this year.
Is it like a new deal every year, or?
Yeah. So it's a year-long contract, and then it's a renegotiation.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they fly you places, right?
Yeah. No, fly, suite, hotel. You know, nice flights.
Do they just send you clothes randomly?
Yeah, actually, they send me stuff on random, and then like if I'm performing for something, we could ask them. Like my birthday party next week, just like, hey, we have this going on. If you just kind of keep them up to date with what you're doing, they'll come through.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. For
connect.
a year.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is cool.
Sketch your shape up. If you're looking for your next brand ambassador, give me a ring. I'm looking to get in shape.
Huddy gets Dior, Zach gets Skechers.
That's fucking right, dude.
Shout out Skechers.
I want them Skechers that you don't need to bend over to put them on. You just slide right in. You see those ads?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's all of the Skechers. Like, come on.
Relax. There's a certain cut, okay? And I
I mean,
like
it's
the
not
shape
fucking
ups.
Chelsea boots. It's
Yeah,
pretty
those-
simple.
Yeah, those are intense. I can't do that.
What? Come on. You know you love some Chelsea boots. The little black boot with the fucking shirt you have on, toughest thing ever.
Yeah, probably give me like discomfort.
No,
No.
Doc Martens are pretty comfortable if you get the right ones.
Doc Martens of those?
Well,
Docs,
those are
you have
more-
to break in docs.
Not the vegan ones.
Not the vegan ones.
I got vegan docs on right now. They feel like slippers.
There you go.
So
Listen to Love Bites. There's an EP waiting for you. Plus, new music could be on the way after that, which is so exciting. Really excited to watch you turn into a rock star. Like the quest, the journey continues. You know.
The journey's always continuing. It's always going to be growing.
Fuck yeah. And I met your girlfriend one time.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Where were we? You don't remember. You were
Måneskin.
Okay, just kidding. You do remember. I thought
remember everything.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, eh? Mm-hmm. It's really good. She had a good energy. She was very protective of you.
Yeah.
She was like, she's very protective. She cares about you very much. You can
She
tell.
does. No, she loves me so much.
Yeah, it's really
That's-
special.
Yeah. I forgot that we did that, but now that you mentioned it, I was
my
like,
boyfriend was there too. You may have met my boyfriend.
yeah, no, I think I did.
Yeah.
But we were like both like running to get into the concert. It was about to start. We were like,
Yeah.
oh my God, hi, how's it going?
She's a good egg.
Yeah.
Healthy. Mm-hmm. I'm really happy for you, man.
Thank you you so much. I mean, dude, she has me jumping up at 9 a.m, going on hikes and going to the gym with her. We went on a hike this morning.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
Health is wealth. Good. You like it?
Yeah, I love when people get up early and do something. That's what I do.
You gotta find a girl that does that with you.
Or a dog.
Or a dog.
Hey, if anyone's looking to adopt a dog, let me know. I have 3 that I'm fostering. Just DM me.
I've always wondered this for people who get a lot of tattoos when they're young. You still like them all?
I love all of my tattoos. They embody me, and I will say that until I'm in the grave. And
Because you can't really do anything about them, or because you really mean it?
oh, I totally 100% mean it. Yeah, I have the rest of my body planned out, and I'm waiting for the right moment for each one. I have the rest of the sleeve planned out, the rest of my chest, my back, my legs,
Damn.
everything. I know what I'm gonna do, but I think it's always a matter of time because I rushed when I did these. I knew exactly what I wanted, but I feel like I went and did it all within a year. And when people get a new tattoo, you have to let it be its own thing, you know?
Yeah.
I get a new tattoo and then I get a new one the next week. But now I have been taking my time. I haven't gotten a tattoo in a year, but I've been dying to get back in because I have a chest piece that I want. And then when the time's right and when I'm, going on a 6-month bender of just going to the gym every day, I want to get a big chest piece right here.
Do you consult your girlfriend before you do these things, or on your designs?
I mean, I talked to her about it, but no one can change my mind. Like I know exactly what I want for like the tattoos on my body, and they're all sick. Cause I'm a big guy when it comes to my theme. It's kind of like a Renaissance theme, and it's got a little bit of like sticker tats, but it's also just like all this is old medieval like. So this is a dagger, and then I forget what this is called. But yeah, I got a few weapons on here, bunch of shit. I got a castle,
Yeah,
I got a
it's sick.
graveyard.
Really pretty.
Thank you. And then on this arm, I got this is my most recent one. I got a Tim Burton tattoo.
Oh, that's cool.
Damn, what's next?
What's next? I'm getting a vampire playing a harp.
Cool.
Yeah, and he's got like a huge cloak on. It's the coolest shit ever.
Are you the vampire?
Yes.
21st century.
Yes. 21st century.
21st century vampire. Come on now.
Got it. It's weird. Like I was watching you, like your smile, like it gives vampire a little bit.
I have fangs.
But are they real or like?
No, I mean,
No,
this
your
is
teeth.
just my teeth, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I sharpened them or anything. Actually, it might be a little bit of like chewing on my other teeth. I just got like anxious and I bite down.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that might be how it's developed. But yeah, I've always had like sharp teeth. I don't know why.
Damn.
I think it's anxiety.
Now you know.
No, yeah.
Now you know it is anxiety. 100%.
Yeah.
Well, it works for you. It's built the whole aesthetic, a whole brand.
Yeah, no, it has.
Will become a tattoo.
And part of that's thanks to like Lil Tracy, Lil Peep, too, because I used to love them when I was a kid and still do. I'm friends with Tracy right now, and I really loved the goth like vampire aesthetic. It's always like stood out to me and what I've always wanted to be like a tattoo theme of mine.
It's sick.
Thank you.
God, I wish I can get tattoos.
You can. Your body,
You know
your
it's
choice.
possible, right? You can
Yeah,
just like
I just be making mistakes.
oh yeah. What my mom told me is if you think about it for 6 months, then you can get it. And I didn't listen to her the first time, but after 20 tattoos, now I listen to her. So
That's crazy. God, you're barely even alive for 20 years. 21, about to be 22. Listen to Love Bites. There's a link below. You good?
My last comment is Headlock from your first album is a really good song.
Oh my God, thank you.
I went back and listened to that album this morning, and Headlock's really good.
Thank you so much. Headlock was the one that I did as an intro song when I went out on stage, and it's not like the biggest song ever, but it's such a sick vibe. It's got a great pocket that it lives in, and it's also a great intro song. But yeah, nah.
You're welcome.
Respect.
And approved.
I just thought it was great. Yeah.
He was wondering.
Yeah, I know he was.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys for having me. Thanks for repping the Love Bite shirt.
Yeah, duh. Come back, though, for the album. We're always here.
Oh, yeah, the album.
No album. Listen to the EP, though. It's on Amazon Music. Huddy, everybody.
Listen to the intro to the album now.
Thank you, Huddy.